Hey runner, Steve Gonzer, physical therapist with Run Smart Online. I am legitimately getting changed and coming down here in my basement to come work out. But I wanted to go live because it's been a couple days and I had this conversation a lot this week. And today's Friday, depending on how you watch when you watch this. But I want to talk about arthritis. So this kind of links back to some of the training plans we have or training programs we have. You can learn more about those at tryrunsmart.com. But the key thing I want to talk to you about today, real quickly, is arthritis. Because I had a patient that came in, and really this could be talked about at any point during the week. Patients come in, doc says I have arthritis, wants me either to stop running. Some of them docs are saying that. Some of them are saying, keep doing what you're doing. So here's what I need you all to know, and this is what I was talking to my patients about all week. And it's the fact that if you are statistically, if you're over 30, but definitely in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, let me tell you and let me break it to you real quick. You have arthritis. No, every single day the day goes by, our bodies break down. And that's not a reason that you need to be afraid of. It's just the way things are. And you probably know this if you're a little bit older, but arthritis is guaranteed at some point, right? The joints break down. But the great thing about this is that your body is strong. Your body can break down over time and still do stuff. If you get these, this is the trouble. Like a lot of people, I need an X-ray, I need an X-ray, I need an X-ray or an MRI. You can figure things out without necessarily needing that stuff. And when you have arthritis, the solution to that is not doing nothing. It's actually doing enough to stimulate bone growth or bone health and all these different things. So one of the biggest things that people think of, especially non-runners, I think a lot of you guys know this, but if you do nothing and you sit on the couch and you're inactive, you legitimately start to wither away. Your joints soften, you get weaker, everything gets tighter, and that is what's going to get your arthritis to progress. One of the things I like to tell my runners when they come in is that not only every day are you getting older, that's kind of depressing, and you're wearing down every single day, but you do have some control over this, and you can continue to do stuff. The body, as I mentioned earlier, the body is super resilient. If you train it properly and you don't have these huge fluctuations in training, not training, go out and live your life, go do stuff, because everyone has arthritis. It's not a big deal at this point. We used to think it was this really big thing. It has this bad connotation to it, but you can really live your life and have arthritis in your knee. You can have arthritis in your hips, in your spine. It's normal. You'll be okay. And the fact that you think you should have to stop running, there's no indication that running actually is a cause of arthritis or worsening arthritis. In fact, we know that when you stop doing stuff, you're more likely to accelerate it. And you think about trying to preserve your joints over time. So I talked about every single day the body's wearing down. Your goal as an individual right now is to have your body wear down slower than it's supposed to. There's no stopping it from slowing down or stopping it from wearing down. It's to have it slow down the process of aging. And you do that by having good strength, not fluctuating your miles and deciding to I'm gonna run 3 marathons in a row and I'm not even trained for any of it. You want to be consistent over time. You want to be strong. You want to be flexible and balanced. And that's how you control that. The best athletes are the ones who are the most consistent, who can see change. And let's be real, for all of us, it's about staying a runner and not having things break down where we have to stop someday because of some bad choices we made. And you do that by being consistent. You do it by being strong. But let me just reiterate, if you're just jumping on, if you have arthritis, it doesn't matter. You can still do stuff. Sure, can arthritis be debilitating where you can't do stuff and you need a joint replacement? I'm not saying that's not going to happen for some people, but when you have mild arthritis, take it with a grain of salt. And if you're over 50 and you don't have any imaging or x-rays and you're wondering if you have it, you have arthritis. You have some form of arthritis because the joints wear down. Now, if you want to slow down that process, here are the 3 things you need to know to slow down the aging process on your joints. Number 1, take care of yourself. You want to make sure that you're not making bad decisions. Body weight does play into this a little bit because, and the second thing would be making sure your training is consistent. So often I see like in the winter, people slow down and then they have to play catch up in the spring and they ramp their miles. Your body's going to respond off what you ask it to do. So if you have large fluctuations, it never gets used to it. So make sure you're consistent. And the third thing is you want good strength. A lot of runners out there just like to run. I understand that, but I had a conversation today actually when I was in the clinic with a runner that instead of running the 3 miles of junk, you'd be way better off, and I know a lot of you guys don't want to do this, you'd be way better off just going and getting a strength workout in with a balance and working that into your plan. What I like to do, so I'm about to get on the treadmill here. It's like 27 degrees here in Buffalo, or not, it's like 17, and I just don't feel like slipping on some ice. So I'm going to cut my run about 1.5 miles short. I'm going to get over on this mat, and I'm going to go through a bunch of strength work, core work, because you have to take care of the rest of your body. It'd be great if we could all just run and be good, but you can't. And if you want to not have to deal with things and stay running, you should worry about those things as well. So if you want help, building your balance, building your strength, glute strength and core strength are by far the best things you can do paired with balance. We have programs for that. Go to Train with Steve or tryrunsmart.com. It's probably the best place to go. There's a link in this post, tryrunsmart.com. Hope everyone has a great weekend. I need to work out because I have a party later, and I have about half an hour to bang this thing out and find a way to get my strength in. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.